Hi, I'm Editor Works, and this is the hardest O-Level 2025 EMATH question. Okay, so this question is really hard, and some may say it's a bit unfair because it cuts into view of the EMATH knowledge. But I'll explain how to do it and why this is not unfair, because everybody knows how to do it if you understand the concept. Okay, first of all, let's take a look. This is the graph we are given. Okay, this is the graph we are given, and this graph is this graph. Okay, this graph in the question is not this graph, but it is not. Okay, so we're trying to draw a suitable straight line, so you have to find a straight line. There must be a straight line in your answer to find the answer. Okay, so first of all, the graph we are given is this. Okay, and then basically we have to reorder it because they give it in this form where the x squared is in front of the x cubed, which makes it a little bit confusing for us. So we reorder it. Okay, it's the same, it's equivalent. Okay, these two equations are equivalent. Okay, then my aim is to get to this, because this is the graph that they draw for us. So this should be my aim. In other words, my left hand side of the equation should be this. I have to try to go from this and force it out to become this. My left hand side now is this, but I want it to become this. Okay, now what I do? I start with this. Okay, my aim is to become this, and notice that my aim has no x term. This has an x term. This has no x term. This x to the power of 1 x term. So what I do? I will bring this x term over to the right hand side, because again I want my left hand side to be this. Okay, so what I do? I bring it over. So now I have this, basically this without the 3x. So the 3x I bring over becomes negative 3x. So now I will divide by 4 to get this, because again my aim is this. My aim has negative 1 and 3, but you notice what I have now is 4 and negative 12. And if you can correlate and find a relationship really fast, you will realize that it's actually just a divide by negative 4 for this. And if you realize you're going to divide by negative 4, you have to divide this by negative 4 too, and divide this by negative 4. So divide everything by negative 4. So now I will have this divided by negative 4, divided by negative 4, divided by negative 4. Everything is divided by negative 4. Remember to flip your sign because you're dividing by a negative number. So now what you have to do is you have to add a 1/4. Okay, because my aim is this, I have to make it into this. I will have to add a 1/4. So now I will get this. This is my aim. Now I have this. Again, my left hand side now is actually this equation. And then my right hand side is the line that I have to draw. Okay, you notice I have to add 1/4 to both my left and right hand side. Now I have this. This is the line I have to draw. So how do you draw the line? You will have to draw a table. This is from Sec 1 knowledge. Okay, we just have to draw a table. Okay, so now after we draw the line, you should give us this. Pinpoint the lines, the plots. So now what we have to do is a little bit of EMATH. Okay, again let me repeat. This is more than this, means that this graph will have to be above this graph. I repeat, okay, this graph has to be above this graph. So which part over here shows that this x cube graph, which is this, above the line which is this, which part? It's actually this part. Okay, actually it goes beyond infinity. Okay, it will just go a lot beyond negative infinity. And then this part, this shape part. So basically all this shaded part shows that the curve is above the line. So this part where it intersects, this part intersects, is basically my solution. So my answer would be this, where it's less than negative 0.5. This is 0.5, this is 1, and this is 2.5. So basically I'm trying to find between this, okay, and over here, everything beyond or behind this. Okay, so this would be my answer. So this is a bit similar to the discriminant questions that we see in EMATH. So this is the hardest O-Level 2025 EMATH question.